This week's module, Module 6, will discuss career services, counseling, and health services. First, we'll do a brief discussion regarding career services. There are a number of theories of career exploration and development. One of the main theories that individuals in higher education, and particularly student affairs practitioners and career services use, is called Super's theory of career development. It has different stages to it, and what it really focuses on is that a student's or an individual's career preferences and competencies will change with time and with experience. So there's this concept of vocational growth and students changing because they are exposed to more environments, more people, more knowledge. And so throughout time, not only will the student change, but what they desire to do with their life in regards to their vocation and their profession will change. Super said that there are 6 factors associated with this. There's the exploratory stage that helps students select their appropriate career choices and advance to an establishment stage. He argued also that there is a decision-making stage where students learn how to make good decisions for themselves, but also within a professional context. There's long-term planning skills that happens where a student doesn't just think about how to make a paycheck for this month, but also thinks about how will what I do now in this job and how I do it affect what I do 10 years from now. There's general information about the culture, rules, and etiquette of the work world that students have to understand and realize. And there's detailed information about occupations that help students understand and explore their possible career paths. Career services is not something that should simply be about getting a student a job. There are different structures, and with those different structures, different focuses on career services. Historically, especially in early to mid to even late 1900s, it was about making sure that you had a job board up and a good resume to an extent. It's changed from that. Employers have told colleges and universities that they want individuals that can think critically, that can speak clearly, that can work well with others, and that have not only the knowledge regarding the tasks of the work they're expected to do, but also the soft skills to be a good part of a team, to manage time well, and to achieve the goals that the individual has for themselves and that the company has for the individual's work. And so now many career services have now gone more to not simply job boards and resumes, but also, of course, helping students understand how to interview well, helping students understand what it means to dress professionally, helping students understand what characteristics are needed in specific careers, how to be a part of a team, how to network, and also who the student is in regards to assessments such as strengths, such as Myers-Briggs, and such as uh, the DISC survey that helps students learn about themselves, which in turn helps them realize further what they are to do and what they love doing and what they don't doing, and what they love not doing. Simply put, career services now is something that develops the whole person for their profession once they're out of school, and does help them get internships and does help them get practical experience needed to get a job, but also prepares them as individuals to be successful in the professional world. Counseling and health services also have varied models of how they're done. In counseling services, what we know today is that counseling services are used more than they ever have been by students. And there are quite a few reasons for that. And many of you talk with students every day and you understand how complex life has gotten in different ways than it may have been 20, 30, 40, or 50 years ago. Um, Counseling services can be housed certainly in student affairs. At some schools, they're housed in the School of Education, and at some schools, they're housed in the School of Psychology. No matter where they are, it's important to understand that many students need counseling, and universities can offer them counseling in a way that helps them through whatever it is they're going through at that time. All universities and colleges, whether they have a counseling center or not on campus, should have resources available to students so that they can connect with counseling services, not necessarily monetary resources, but knowing who counseling services are in the area, and when to encourage students to have counseling. And more so than that, student affairs administrators typically are not counselors. They don't have LPCs or things of that sort, but learning to listen to students and learning to help them uh, find their way through what is going on in their life by being an empathetic ear and also a wise voice, not telling them what to do, but helping them think critically through the situation is incredibly important for any student affairs administrator. Being able to listen and have empathy is incredibly important and two of the greatest skills you can have to be a successful student affairs administrator. Also, student health services are housed in many colleges that can go from a full service student health opportunity array of getting vaccines, of getting prescriptions written, of all types of things to what amounts to kind of a first aid place. If you're sick, a nurse practitioner will write out a prescription for you and take your temperature, but no type of blood work, no type of vaccines, nothing like that can be done there. Again, different universities have different styles of doing this. These are typically housed in student affairs, and the costs of these are different at different places. At some places, it's part of the student fee. At some places, there's a student fee plus you have to pay a basic rate for services. And at some colleges and universities, you have to pay full freight with your insurance or out of pocket. That's up to the university. Um, One of the models I've seen work well is especially for urban universities to find a partner regarding um, a hospital or doctor's office to whom you can refer students and with whom you can work out flat rates that you may advertise to students for certain procedures that they will need or they desire to have done for their health that will not only give a clear um, opportunity for students to access health services, but also will give them an ahead of time cost structure so that they know what they're going to pay going in, which further helps students budget, but also it helps students who don't have health insurance or are struggling socioeconomically uh, have a resource for them if they were to get sick or if close family members were to get sick. Regarding professional associations, the one main one I would like you to look into and consider joining is NACE. That's the National Association of Colleges and Employers. It is really the gold standard for career services in regards to networking and in regard to data and best practices. Um, if you're interested in career services and being an administrator in career services and student affairs, that is an organization that, in my mind, is almost a must to join due to the resources they can offer you and helping you to do your job to the best of your abilities, as well as seeing trends of what students are saying or how they are developing or what certain types of professions or specific employers are saying they need students to learn, or how they need students or want students to act, as well as a very, very good database of starting salaries for students who are coming out of college and are going into specific professions.